1, 2, 3.
Go again. Go again.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think it's right.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And you can hear me.
Afternoon, everybody. Welcome along then to Haywood Road this afternoon. It is match day 18 of the National League One season in 2023-24. It's great to have you along with us on YouTube today for coverage of our second consecutive away trip. Today we're at Sale, who come into this afternoon having won 2 of the last 3 in National League One to start January. Their run of form has seen them rise to 11th in the table. Plymouth Albion looking for a response, coming off the back of 2 consecutive defeats for the first time this season. Out come the Plymouth Albion side then, led by Jack Alton, captaining the Plymouth Albion side for the 12th time this season. As out come the Sale team as well, as they look to build on some positive momentum so far. Some team news then today. We'll start with Sale. They make 3 changes to the starting 15 that beat Cinderford last week. Tumi Onasanya comes in for his first appearance of 2024. Cal Ford is back in the front row as well for Sale. Tom Curtis also makes his first appearance of the calendar year so far at number 10. For Plymouth Albion this afternoon, it's also 3 personnel changes from the side that took a point at Leicester last weekend. Pat Walton's in for his competitive debut for Plymouth Albion. Jake Bond's in as well as Connor Eastgate. Peter Ratukadri moves to left wing with Seta Raumakita on the right. Jesse Lowe's back in the centre with Tom Putt in at number 15. Tom Cowan-Dickey is back on the bench along with Sonny Harini. They're joined by Jensen Borton, Morganstone and Torrin Clark, who for the first time this season goes from the bench. Underway then here in Sale this afternoon. And Sale ball early on. Out by Bradley. And poked forward by Curtis. And Alton's there, and it's an early try. An early try for Sale. A clinical kick through by Tom Curtis. It's an absolutely brilliant start for Sale this afternoon, and an extremely early try for the hosts today, and Sale in front in a matter of seconds today at Haywood Road. And Jack Sanderson is here with me on commentary. Jack, we've barely had a chance to get started today, and Plymouth Albion already behind.
Yeah, people still coming to their seats with their beers before the game, and Sale have taken the lead. I think it was Angus Hodges who dropped the high ball from the kickoff, and Sale picked the ball up, put it across the other side of the pitch, and a cheeky kick through. Alton couldn't get there, and Sale have taken the lead, Rob.
Tom Curtis then with a chance to add to that 5-0 advantage from the 20, just past the 22. To give them a 7-0 lead. Which he does. And that puts Sale 7 in front here at Haywood Road. Certainly not the start that Plymouth Albion were hoping for. It's the 6th time that Sale have gone ahead in the opening 10 minutes of the game, or the 6th time they've scored in the opening 10 minutes of the game. They've gone in to win 3 of the first 5. Albion then kicking off, and Bradley getting there once again for the host Sale.
I was going to say, Rob, what a chance this is for Albion to look past the last few results they've had and get back to winning ways, but a really poor start there, and they're back on the back foot straight away in this one.
Albion looking for that response as Bradley brings it out. And Sale looking to move out of their 22 In goes Langdon to help out, the hooker. 12th Sale appearance this season. Scored on the first day of the season against Leicester. It's his first season with Sale as well, as the box kick goes upfield and Peter Ratukadriu's underneath it. Mark Dixon couldn't quite get there, and the ball does go out for a line out. And really not the start, of course, that Albion would have been looking for. 7 points down already. And it's a slight issue that potentially has been highlighted in the last couple of years, just getting off the bus and making that quick start. As the ball from Gabe Mead, that will be retaken.
Lineouts have seemed to be a little bit of a problem these last couple of weeks, Rob. Obviously, some not going straight, some miscommunication in there. Hopefully the boys can... Yeah.
Back with you now. Apologies. Bit of an interruption in the broadcast. And Albion then with a penalty. Connor Eastgate just getting some treatment down below us. If you've just joined us on the stream this afternoon, Sale have taken an early lead at Haywood Road today. 7-0 to the good. A lovely kick through by Tom Curtis. I believe Mark Dixon in the end running the ball over the line, with Curtis slotting the subsequent conversion. And Tom Putt here is going to go for the tee for Plymouth Albion. He is going to try and get 3 points on the board to get us back into this game. He's on 91 points for the season, is Tom Putt. Looking to hit the century mark of points this afternoon. It's relatively central.
Similar sort of range from my one earlier, Rob.
Yeah, Jack Sanderson hitting a lovely kick from the 22-metre line.
That was much further out than that.
No help at all from Aaron Giles either. Tom Putt then for 3 points for Albion. That's good from Putt. And we spoke about Sale scoring in the first 10 minutes. They've conceded a few early ones too. The Manchester derby being one such time. Cinderford and Darlington Moden Park as well. And let's see where the next score will go. 7-3 to Sale as we get back underway from Tom Putt's penalty. Albion looking to drive forward. Mead. Good tackle on him by Langdon. Alton here is going to look for the box kick. Up it goes, and Tom Brady is underneath it. Well collected, and Hodges brings him down. Some help from Walsh. Back to Cal Ford. In goes Priestley and Angle to help out. Curtis kicks one forward, puts on the end of it for Plymouth Albion. And kicked upfield by Tom Putt. And out it goes. Sale ball. Might be important, Jack, to have got those 3 points on the board. Almost a little bit of scoreboard pressure in a way.
Yeah, obviously you'd prefer it if it was just those 3 points on the board this early on, but especially now that they've started a bit slowly and Sale have got off the mark, those 3 points could be vital in this game, because like we saw last week at Leicester, they kept just ticking the points over, and it got away from Albion in the end. So that's exactly what they need, and they need to do the same as what Leicester did last week to Sale this week.
Line out stolen by Jake Clemson. Here's Howe. Intercepted by Curtis. Alton looks to step on Asanya with the tackle on him. Help arriving from Howe. Eastgate. Over it comes to Ratukadriu, who looks to kick it beyond Dixon. And Alton might well get there, and Albion looking to get in business here. And it's been collected by Brady. Good defending by Sale. Good covering by Tom Brady back there at full back. Sale with the ball right on their try line. Bradley brings it out. Onasanya looks to bring it forward. Good pressure on the line by Plymouth Albion. And it will be a box kick here from Bradley by the looks of it. Hooks it out. And out for an Albion line-out just inside that 22. Really good pressure, Jack, having won that Sale line-out.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, just like I said about last week, you felt they had the pressure in that 22 in the Leicester game, but couldn't make anything from it. Today they look a bit more promising when they've got into the 22. Some good play there from Connor Eastgate, a good ball out wide, and they've got a good line-out position here, so hopefully they can go over.
Mead with his 4th start of the season, throwing the ball in. Second time this season he started 2 in a row. Scored last weekend as well, of course, against Leicester. As Albion looking to drive forward. Rukadze there in the back of the ball, trying to drive Albion on. It's come back to Jack Olton, Hill, and Eastgate, and over to Putz, who couldn't quite get there. It is scooped up by Ratu Kadriou, but the ball has gone forward. It's unlucky. It's a good move.
Yeah, good passing, getting the ball out quick, out wide, but just the same as against Leicester, Rob. You're looking like you're getting into a good position, and then a knock-on or a forward pass, and all that momentum's gone, and now Sale can win this scrum and get the ball back and put a little bit of pressure back onto Albion, and all that pressure Albion were just putting on has completely gone. So hopefully they can continue putting that pressure on and make something of it, unlike they were able to last week.
Sale have avoided today going another game this season scoreless. Went scoreless earlier on in the season against Chinner, and Chinner also were the same team to Bagel Cinderford earlier on, and Chinner of course taking a victory yesterday as well at home against Rosslyn Park, as Sale then with the scrum penalty.
And that's what I mean, Rob. We had that pressure on them. Forward pass, give them a scrum. They win a penalty from that scrum. Now they've been able to kick their way up towards the halfway line, and they can look to put the pressure back on Albion now. Was it on Bright?
Gabe Mead then with the line out for Plymouth Albion. We do apologise for some streaming issues so far this afternoon. We should be live with you publicly now on YouTube. Just had a few issues with the stream being on unlisted, but we should now be back with you in public, as Hill over to Ratu Kadri. If you're just joining us, it is 7-3 to Sale. A very early try followed by a Tom Putt penalty. Here's Mead for Plymouth Albion, looks to run up the Sale line. Jack Olton, Hill, looking to run through, and it's a good tackle on him by Woodman. It's come back to Walton. Has that gone forward? The Sale supporters believe it did. Referee disagrees. Olton, and it's gone out for a line out.
I think it's coming back for an Albion penalty.
Yeah, Ramaz Rukadze down at the moment. And yeah, advantage for Plymouth Albion as well. Well spotted, Jack.
I think Putz is looking to go for the post again here. Clearly watched me in the warm-up, and he's taking some tips. So
yeah.
But yeah, this is what we need from Albion. Obviously, like we were saying in the Leicester game, they kept ticking the points up on us, and it took the game away. And I think we've maybe looked at that and thought that we need to do the same, because there was a couple of opportunities last week where we were in goal kicking range and decided to take it into the corner and didn't make anything of it. So Putz here looking to go to within 1 point of Sale and almost reverse that early try, which is exactly what Albion will be looking for today.
3 wins on the road so far this season for Plymouth Albion, all of them inside the first few months of the season. yet to win away from home since that victory over Chinner at their place on the 11th of November. Looking to change that here today. And Putt has the tee out. He's got the ball out. And looking as though he's going to go for the post here for the 3 points to take him up to 97 for the season so far.
Quick apologies to some of the viewers on the stream. We are in a bit of an angle where you can't see either of the goals, so you'll have to see if it's gone through based on the ref's flag and Rob's celebrations, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's been a few issues, technical issues, and the angle as well. But hopefully you've bed with us so far, and Tom Putt then preparing to try and put 3 more points on the board for Plymouth Albion today. It's his 9th appearance at fullback so far. 5 of those 97 points were as a result of that try against Taunton just before the Christmas break. His 1 try of the season so far. Started at scrum half that day.
Got a question for you, Rob. With putts, do you prefer him playing at the 15 or at the 10?
Putt penalty just wide. I think Putt covers both very well, doesn't he?
What's that?
I think he covers both very well.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Tom Putt. Yeah, superb at both. Covers ground very, very well at fullback. Reads the game outstandingly well, Tom Putt. Certainly from my very expert opinion, as up goes Angus Hodges. Really well collected that by Hodges under immense pressure. Oldham brings it out. The scrum as a result. Most of the game has been played in that Sale half since they got that early opening try. Really good sting to start the game from Sale, but immense pressure from Plymouth Albion since then. 3 points on the board too since then as well. Putt just unable to add 3 more a moment ago. Bradley then with the put in for Sale, his 18th appearance of the season. Scored in the win over Roslyn Park. He played against Plymouth Albion earlier on in the season. Joined Sale in 2017. Did Matthew Bradley. 6 appearances for Macclesfield before coming up to Sale FC and Hayward Road.
It's a similar pattern this week, Rob, that we've seen so far from Albion, as we did see last week. The pressure staying in Sale's half, just like we did Leicester's. And once again, the penalties, a lot of them seem to be going Sale's way. And it looks like there's another one there from the scrum.
Yeah, scrum penalty for, retaken scrum actually for Sale.
I think it was, yeah. Although he looks like he's going to reset the scrum.
So the hand went up to for a penalty, but it is going to be a reset.
One thing that you've got to say today, Rob, is that none of these players will want to mess with the ref. the sheer size of him.
He is a big man, the referee today. You don't want to give him any chat, do you?
Don't want to get on the wrong side of this ref today, I can tell you. I feel like any anger towards the officials will be directed to either of the linesmen today and not the ref.
In it goes then from Bradley, the scrum half. And the penalty goes Albion's way.
And that's what we were talking about, Rob. Albion taking their chances. They've scrummed really well, really hard there. Won the penalty off Sale, and now a really good chance for Connor Eastgate to kick into the far corner and get the maul drive from the line out going and get Albion back into this game.
Over it goes then by Connor Eastgate. And Albion with the chance to get an attacking line out just inside that Sale 22, as up goes Walton and Howe and Hodges. Pullinger and Bond hanging out the back. And it goes by Gabe Mead. Alton patiently waiting at the back of them all. Back it comes to Hill. And now Brad Howe, and a good shot on him by Riley. Albion still looking to push on. Clemson in there to help Jesse Lowe. Alton out, lovely pass out to Ratu Kadriou. And he's got Tom Brady for company.
Advantage there to Albion though, Rob.
Alton out again, and Mead looking to drive in towards the 22. Alton comes back to the other side again. He's got Pullinger there in support, and Ratu Kadriou has gone over the line, but the whistle has already gone from the referee. Good pressure again from Plymouth Albion, winning that line out and continuing to pin Sale back really into that 22. A penalty which Tom Putt is going to, I believe, yeah, he's going to kick this one into the corner. Not going to be a tap and go just yet from Albion, and another line out, another chance then to attack the Sale try line. We saw the issue last week of not really being able to get into the 22. They haven't really had that problem today so far.
No, they've looked really solid. Found lots of opportunities to kick into the corner. One, just, oh, hello. Big drive here.
Forward again. And is this going to go over the line? It's really well played back, and actually Onasanya's come away with it. The prop, really good defending that from Sale on their try line. And eventually the penalty, the scrum has gone Albion's way due to a Sale knock-on. So
apologies again to the viewers. There is a bit of a steel beam in front, so can't really see anything down in that corner, but Rob will keep you updated.
Yeah, we'll give you the best angle or the best imagery verbally that we possibly can of what's going on behind that steel beam. Albion and Sale then preparing to lock horns again into another scrum. Referee just keeping the peace over there. And then on comes the water for both sides as they look to regroup and grab a breather and get themselves ready for the next little push. 5 of Sale's 7 wins so far this season have come here. They've shown some really, really strong form at home so far this campaign, and they've taken some big wins as well, have Sale. Namely against Roslyn Park and Rams. Big win away at Taunton as well before the Christmas break. So despite being down towards the bottom of the table, which of course has been a surprise this season, they've really picked up some massive wins this campaign, Jack, and they're not a team ever that you can take lightly.
No, not at all. Obviously, I think everyone was expecting them to be towards the top of the table as they have been for the last 2 seasons. They're not there at the moment, but who's to say they won't be up in that top 5 by the end of the season if they can continue in the good form they've been in. As you say, they've picked up some really big wins. They're a top side, and I think, as you've seen already today, they're going to defend hard and keep Albion out for as long as they can, so it should be a good game today, and hopefully Albion can get past that defence and come away with a win here.
Just to confirm, that try was Mark Dixon's. This is his 5th try of the season, so he's out on his own now, ahead of Connor Doherty and Sean Street as the top try scorer so far this term for Sale. And it goes from Jack Alton. And the penalty's gone Sale's way. Good work in the scrum from the hosts this afternoon. And Sale with a reprieve from that bit of Albion pressure. with a chance now to bring themselves away from the 22 and further up the pitch.
But once again, Rob, some good pressure from Albion being put on, and it's all undone by a mistake there in the scrum, and Albion are now getting pushed back towards the halfway line, and Sale will look to mount some pressure on Albion now. And as we've said already so many times, it's just a similar pattern to last week against Leicester, and that one got away from us. So hopefully Albion can turn this one round and find a bit of sustained pressure in the Sale 22.
The line-up collected by Gray and brought forward by Woodman. Onasanya first on hand to collect. And it's worked his way to the back of the ruck, and Matt Bradley will take a bit of time to set himself, and up goes the kick. It's bounced, it's stayed in, it's Hodges on the end of it. Good tackle on him by Woodman. Dan Pullinger's there to bring it out. Jake Bond. Sale defending to stay in Plymouth Albion's half. Really good pass out by Jack Holton. In fact, that pass has gone forward to Peter Ratukadriou, and that will give Sale the scrum.
It's a good idea there from Jack. He's got the ability to do it. Unfortunate there that it's gone forward, and Pitter might have even been away there with the pace that we know he's got. But yeah, unfortunately, another penalty to Sale, and they're creeping towards Albion's 22 now. And we've got, I believe, is it Angus Hodges?
Yeah.
Looks down and hurt on the far side. So a couple of worries here for Albion.
Yeah, Hodges and Onasanya down for the respective teams at the moment. Angus Hodges continues his record of starting every game he's played so far this season. Scored 2 against Sale at the Brickfields earlier on in the season. All the way back in October now. This season has been going very, very quickly indeed. Those are 2 of 3 tries so far this term for Angus Hodges. The other one coming against Richmond right towards the end of that game to earn a try bonus point in London that afternoon. In we go then for the scrum once more. Certainly the last few weeks, it has seemed, Jack, as though these scrums are just taking a very, very long time to be set and for the ball to be fed in.
Yeah, it seems to be almost 2-3 minutes every scrum, and it seems to be slowing the game down a lot. I think Albion are a team that enjoy flowing rugby, not too stop-start, which I think has been a bit of a problem in recent weeks with the amount of penalties conceded, and obviously the length of time it's taken for these scrums to get set. A lot of resets of scrums we've seen in recent weeks as well. So yeah, I don't think the stop-start nature really suits Albion at all, to be honest with you.
Speaking of a reset, there's another one from the referee this afternoon as makes another little divot in the grass, if you can call it a divot. Sure, a little mark anyway for
It's
Bradley.
probably a crater with those cars, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he's been using a gym of some description, hasn't he? Fantastic physique on the referee this afternoon. In it goes then from Bradley, and the penalty goes Sale's way. The scrum is collapsed, and Sale with a chance then to break in towards that Albion 22 once again. The last time they visited the 22 they scored, and they're going to go for the post here with Tom Curtis looking to pick up 3 more points for Sale this afternoon.
I think that's the right choice, to be honest with you, Rob. They'll go to a try ahead once more. It basically gets rid of that Tom Putt 3-pointer from the start of the half, and with 15 minutes to go here, Albion are once again looking a little out of sorts away from home on a long old trip up to Manchester.
Curtis then looking to kick 3 here for Sale to give them a 10-3 lead. Nope, he's missed it, and he remains on 42 points for the season for Sale. It's come in, it's stayed in field as well, as Hirsky Douglas finds Brady. Up it goes by the fullback. Clempson underneath it. He's missed the catch, but Alton's there. It's come off the boot of Priestley Nangle. Comes back to Brady again. Clempson in there with the tackle. Ratu Kadriu helps him out. In went Walsh as well. Bradley. And brought forward here by Hughes. Woodman in there helping out. Bradley once again is going to look for the box kick here for Sale. Clempson charging himself up, winding up, looking to charge this one down for Albion. The referee with the call of use it. Up it goes by Bradley, some decent distance on that too. Collected by Putt. Here's Connor Eastgate. His kick over the top, and Hill's going to look to get there. And there is a little bit happening down below us, and meanwhile Angus Hodges could be away, but the whistle's already gone. And well, it does look as though there's a little bit for the referee to sort out here. And there was a little bit of a scuffle between Will Riley and Bradley Howe down below us. The referee just communicating with his assistant, and Howe is going to be called over along with Riley here to try and sort that out as the water comes onto the field. In just a moment here, Jack, for everything to just calm down a little bit.
Well, I hope it calms down. Didn't really see what happened there, Rob. I was looking at Angus Hodges breaking away, looking like a prime Peter Ratakadji for a second there with that pace. And then all of a sudden the ref's blown his whistle. I look down and there's 3 men on the floor. So not really sure what happened there, Rob. But the ref's had a word. Doesn't look like he's going to book either of the players, I don't think. It's just going to be a scrum. And yes, seconds calm down, and hopefully Albion will have got some water on, got some advice on from Jarve or Lammy, and will look to win this scrum off a Sale here.
Yeah, it's quite rare that there's so much happening in so many parts of the pitch at exactly the same time, but eventually Sale with the scrum. It was a knock on before that Angus Hodges breakaway, and so it's going to be Matthew Bradley with the put in here for Sale. The latest scrum of the afternoon for the Manchester-based sides. Albion currently locked in a bit of a battle with Birmingham Moseley in that battle for 3rd place. Level on points. Bradley. Hirsky Douglas. Great tackle by Ramakita, and Jesse Lowe couldn't quite get there, but the ball has gone forward by Sale, and Albion will have the scrum as a result. And that's fantastic pressure on the Sale ball by Plymouth Albion there, Jack.
That is what Seta Ramakita does. That is what he's all about. He's a Marine, isn't he, Seta?
He is.
He's he's the nicest man I've ever met, and he does that to people. It just doesn't seem right. What a tackle that is from Seta. You could see the fear in the Sale man's eyes as he came running up to him. Knocked the ball out, and Albion now have a scrum just outside Sale's 22, and they'll either look to get the ball out the back and run it into the 22, or win a big penalty here to kick into the corner and hopefully use that famous Albion maul drive to get into the corner here.
You're absolutely right. Seta Ramakita, one of the nicest people you will ever meet off the pitch. Wouldn't say boo to a goose, but as soon as he's out there, he is able to crunch anybody in the tackle. It's the 5th time this season starting out on the wing. Last time he did so was against Cinderford in October.
He wouldn't say what to a goose?
Boo.
Boo to a goose. You're coming up with some weird phrases today,
Have you never heard that one either?
No.
I'm teaching Jack a lot of phrases that he's never heard before. Which
He'd
I thought
never
was just part
say
of
boo to a
part of the
goose.
English language, but unfortunately Jack hasn't heard most of them.
That's a good one. I'll use that in the future.
I hope you do. I'm surprised you've not used it 10 years earlier. Goodness me, we're going to need an English idioms class for you.
Sin.
Albion then winning the scrum penalty before Alton was even able to put the ball in. And another opportunity then to bring the ball in towards the corner. I don't think there's, or is there going to be a call for the post? No, Tom Putt is going to go in towards the corner. More pressure then on the Sale 22 as a result. If you're just joining us, it is 7-3 to Sale. An early try scored by Mark Dixon on the wing. Tom Putt helping to cancel that out partially with a penalty not long afterwards. And Gabe Mead then with the opportunity now to put the ball into the line out. Ramos Rukadze comes over to give him a couple of final instructions. And Mead then getting set for the line out for Albion. Up it goes, collected by Clemson. The drive from Plymouth Albion. Gabe with it at the back of the driving maul. Rao Makita joining in as well. Have Albion got the power to break through Sale here? Mead and Alton looks to turn, and Rao Makita is there. Alton comes back the other way. Mead in support, Bonds in there too. A good tackle on Jake Bond by Riley, and it's come out from Eastgate, and Putt's on the end of it for Albion. The ball has gone backwards, says the referee. Hill. In goes Alton again, comes back to Rukadze. Clemson helping push him forward. Up it goes by Putt. Ramakita's there, and he couldn't quite get onto the end of it. But we will come back for the Albion penalty. And with free ball, that was a great idea. Very nearly worked, Jack.
Yeah, you can always rely on Setter in that corner to, even if you just overhit it, you can always rely on him to throw himself at it and try and get it down in that corner. A good attempt, unfortunately not able to get it in bounds there. But Albion again, right in the corner here with Gabe Mead on the line out, and they'll look to drive their way over here with just under 10 minutes to go in the half.
Ramakita looking for his third try of the season so far. Albion driving forward again. Howe bringing it towards the try line. He's still looking for his first try of the campaign. Can he get there today? The pick and go. Oh no, it's come back to Angus Hodges for Albion. In goes Alton. Back to Clemson. Good tackle again as Sale working hard to defend that try line. Rukadze looking to get himself over. And the drive, not over the line. Sale still defending so well. It's a loose ball. It has come back here to Hodges. It's well defended again by Sale. Comes back out to Alton. Looks to make some space. Hill and Jesse Lowe. Oh, really good tackle on Jesse Lowe. Unable to make it to the line, and eventually the ball's gone forward. That is, yes, a brilliant move by Albion, but some fantastic defending by Sale, Jack, you have to say.
Unfortunately so, from an Albion point of view. It just, no matter how close Albion get to the try line, it just doesn't look like they're going to score. Incredible defending from Sale. Some good work in there from Gus Hodges as well with that loose ball coming out. He was the only one who knew where it was and dived on top of it. But another massive chance for Albion to take the lead there with about 7 or 8 minutes left in this half, and Sale defended well, and they've got themselves out of danger there as the kick goes out just inside or just outside.
Right on the 22.
Right on the 22.
Potentially. But this has been a good watch so far. It's been a good game of rugby. Lots of entertainment so far.
Yeah, you know, it's been probably a better game than it was last week at Leicester. We don't have the added fun of sticking our heads out of a loft window this week. We've opted for the more traditional top of the stand sort of situation. But no, yeah, it's been good fun. Lots of chances for either side to really screw the nail in, but neither side have taken those chances, and at the moment it is a 7-3 score, a low scoring game, which Sale know all too well about, as they do have the joint lowest scoring game of the season so far in an 8-7 win in October. So it could be another one of those. It could be the defences on top with neither team really able to get points on the board today, so we'll see. But yeah, really entertaining one so far, and it should be a good last 5 minutes of this first half.
Yeah, Plymouth Albion, as you spotted, Jack, have gone over now the 200-point mark for away games this season with Tom Putt's penalty earlier on in this first half.
Yeah, it's a good achievement. Obviously, the away form last season wasn't great. It's been a lot better this season, up until maybe the last couple of weeks, and I think that points total quite early on shows that how well they've improved this season away from home.
If you are just joining us, it is 7-3 to Sale at the moment. A try from Dixon, the penalty from Putt. Hirsky Douglas looks to bring it out now for Sale. It's a good tackle on him. Collected once again as Sale look to drive forward. Hughes bringing it up, and Bradley with the kick, and it's going to be chased back here by Ratu Kadriou. And Sale with the penalty then inside the Albion half, and Curtis is going to look to take this one into the corner. Sale look to get their second try on the board this afternoon. Still no tries as yet for Plymouth Albion.
All that pressure in this first half from Albion, and as we enter into these last 5 minutes of this half, Sale could go on here inside the Albion 22 from this line out, take a 14-3 lead into the half-time break, and Albion will be looking right out of this when they've had chances to be ahead. So
Sale then with the line out, Langdon at the back of it.
Advantage Sale as well.
Robbins, and it's eventually broken to Jack Holton, but the penalty advantage for Sale, and the ball will come back then into the Plymouth Albion 22. Sale actually have been very good defensively at home so far this season. They've conceded the third least amount of points so far. 164 points conceded in their 8 home games thus far this season. They are a tough team to beat here at Hayward Road. Albion know that all too well. Haven't actually won here since that first National League One meeting in 2019. Looking for that first victory away here this afternoon. But currently Sale with the line out just in front of Plymouth Albion's try line. Brought down by Priestley Nangle, and it's over the line for Sale's second try this afternoon. Clinical from Sale. Just the 2 visits into the 22 so far this afternoon, and they have both yielded tries for them. Well, it was a brilliant start to the half for Sale, Jack, and it's a brilliant end to it as well for them.
Yeah, and like I say, Albion have had half an hour of solid pressure in the Sale half, and now all of a sudden, with 2 or 3 minutes left of this first half, Sale look to be taking an 11-point lead into the half-time break, and Albion are going to have to come out in this second half with a mountain to climb to get back into this one. And it's a pretty similar story to what happened at Leicester last week. So, but another good try there from Sale.
Off the back then of Nathan Langdon's second try of the season, Tom Curtis looking to add the extras once again. It's good. In off the post by Tom Curtis. 7 more points on the board for Sale. 14 points to 3 for the hosts this afternoon. £11 points to the good for this Sale side today. And Albion very much looking as though they're going to go into the break behind. Collected by Riley. Hodges in there with the tackle. Rakadzi's there too. Clemson also looking to bring him down. Langdon in there. It's a hell of a scuffle on the Sale 22 line. And the penalty goes Albion's way as they look to end this first half on a high, scoring some points.
Ramaz Rukadzi's done brilliantly there. He's got himself in the scuffle, looking to rip that ball out. And I think it was Jake Clemson that came up with it, but Ramaz was in there grappling away at it, and Albion have come away with the ball in a good position here. And I'm not just saying that because I upset him with my commentary last week. That was just because it was good play from Ramaz there.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are you making up for calling him miserable last week?
That didn't happen. Don't remember that happening.
He certainly seemed to think it does. Albion scrum then. Right on that Sale 22. We really can't be far away from half-time at this stage. Sale 14, Plymouth Albion 3 as we get towards the end of this first period. Jack Alton with the put-in for Plymouth Albion.
It's going to be another scrum reset, Rob.
Yeah, the latest of them.
Neither team really looking too comfortable in those scrums. The pitch doesn't look particularly great underfoot, so that could be part of the issue, a bit of slipping and sliding around. But Albion in a good position here. Scrum just outside the Sale 22 as they will look to score what would be a very well-timed try in this first half to get themselves back into it and give them a bit less of a mountain to climb in the second half.
Lining up once again then for this line out, for this scrum, I should say, Plymouth Albion. In it goes by Jack Alton. Come back to the scrum half again, and Hill, and it's gone beyond low. It's come back here too, Seta Ramakita, but a knock-on is called. Alton's not sure about the decision, but it has gone Sale's way.
I'm not sure about the decision, to be honest with you, Rob. It didn't look like a forward pass from my angle, which I think is what the ref's given it for. But obviously, he's the man in the middle of the pitch, and his decision's the one that matters. So,
would you like to go and argue with him?
I'll give it large to the lino, but I don't really want to mess with the ref, to be honest with you.
Good call.
Yeah,
cool.
I would like to get home from Manchester tonight if possible.
Some wisdom there from Jack. He doesn't know any phrases, but he's got some wisdom. The sun then starting to shine down on Hayward Road this afternoon. Really lovely bit of winter sunshine coming down now. Unfortunately, that is a bit of a telltale sign that it's going to get quite dark soon as well, so we'll make the most of it whilst we have it. In it goes by Bradley. Out it goes by Hughes. Robbins. It's a lovely ball out to Walsh, but a forward pass is called again. And that's going to be a Plymouth Albion ball this time. So two forward passes in quick succession, one by Albion, one by Sale. And an Albion scrum once again deep into Sale territory as Albion looking for their first try of this game so far. And this would be the least amount of points that Albion will have got in the first half since that Cinderford game in October. Can they register some more points here? And you mentioned it, Jack, it does feel quite important to go into half-time with a bit more on the board, being 11 points behind currently. Yeah,
100%, even if it's just an extra 3. It's going to take obviously 2 tries in the second half without response from Sale for Albion to get back into it. That 3 on the board will take them into the changing rooms with just a bit more belief that they can come back into this as they win the scrum there.
Bond bringing it forward for Albion. Really good meters gain there by Jake Bond. Alton, low, looking to bring it forward. Alton, Clemson.
It's popped out.
Langdon's come away with it for Sale. It's a good tackle on him by Jake Bond. And Matthew Bradley, and it's come back to Curtis. He'll put it out, and Sale have made it to half-time in front. A try very early on in the half, inside the first 60 seconds by Mark Dixon. The conversion added by Tom Curtis. Tom Putt dragging 3 back for Plymouth Albion not long afterwards, and Sale virtually ended the half with another try. Nathan Langdon going over, and Curtis once again adding the extras to give Sale a 14-3 lead going into the break.
Let's welcome back your CLFC!
Welcome back then for the second half of this afternoon's game at Haywood Road. Sale coming into the second period 14 points to 3 in front. Sale have won 4 games after scoring the first try so far this season. They've lost 4 as well, so it hangs in the balance today as they look to hold on to a 14-3 lead. Tom Putt then will get us back underway. And up it goes from the full-back and collected by Hughes. Sale looking to drive forward. They've made it out of their 22. It's come back here now, and the penalty will go Sale's way. Onto the pitch has come Jake Barron for Sale. It's his 8th substitute appearance of the season. Tries against Taunton and Roslin.
Half-time replacement for Sale.
Scored against Taunton, having been on the bench. Played from the start. At Roslin, he's played across the back row so far this season. Onto the field for this second half for Sale today, leading by 14 points to 3. It's as you were from a Plymouth Albion perspective. No changes coming into the second half for them. Nathan Langdon with the throw. Comes back to Bradley now. Curtis, Robbins. Really good tackle on Robbins by Bond. Bradley comes away with it. And brought forward by Hirsky Douglas. And up it goes by Curtis. Connor Eastgate will chase it back. Is it going to go all the way? It just about is. Eastgate had that covered all the way. As he rises back to his feet, and
it looks like he's
taken
a bit
of a knock as a result. Yeah, as Connor Eastgate, as he gingerly makes his way back onto the field. So we'll keep an eye on that one, and we'll let you know how he's getting on. Yeah, he
not
has,
well.
He has gone down. Yeah, so
I don't know if the ref's seen it.
Picked up a bit of an issue whilst chasing that ball back, has Eastgate. So not a great start to the second half for him. He was instantly looking pretty uncomfortable, Connor Eastgate, as soon as he started to get back to his feet. Morgan Stone is getting ready to come on for Plymouth Albion, and so he will almost certainly here take to the field to replace Eastgate. He is a scrum half by trade, Morgan Stone. I imagine, I'm not too sure actually, will Tom Putt move into the fly half position, I wonder, with Stone going to full-back. There's going to be a couple of decisions to make here tactically for Albion as Eastgate is forced to make his way off, but that is a pity, Jack. He's just come back into the side this weekend, Connor Eastgate, and now forced off due to an injury. Yeah,
it looked like a bit of a nothing situation, really. He's just shepherding the ball out off the end of the pitch, dived on top of it to make sure it went out, and unfortunately that fall to the floor might have twisted a knee or something in there, and he's had to make his way off the pitch now with Morgan Stone coming on. So a big blow for Albion early on in this half while they're trying to get back into this game, Rob.
It was Eastgate's 4th time starting at fly half so far this season. Putt has indeed moved into that fly half position with, I think it is Stone who has taken over at full-back from Tom Putt, who's moved in there to fill that role. Hughes looks to come away with it, but the whistle had already gone. So Plymouth Albion with a reset on the scrum. Alton will get the chance to put that one in again. And just really important, Jack, to find that attacking impetus early doors here in the second half of Plymouth Albion. It was a good start really by Sale. Albion just need to get that territory really and get some possession inside the Sale half.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, they were camped in Sale's half in that first half from sort of the 5th minute at the start of the half to the 5th minute at the end of the half, and unfortunately for Albion, those 2 5 minutes either side of that pressure saw Sale score 2 tries. So they'll be hoping. I don't think they'll be looking to do anything too different to the first half in terms of the areas they were getting into on the pitch. But I think they'll obviously be looking to make sure that they get themselves into that 22 and make something happen when they do.
11-point lead currently for Sale in this game. It was a 10-point game last season here between the two sides, 45 points to 35. Closest one here in National League One since 2019 was in 2020. It was only a few weeks before COVID-19 put a stop to pretty much everything, certainly sporting-wise, in England, in the UK. 26-25 win. There were some familiar faces on the score sheet that day. Connor Eastgate was one of them. Josh Skelsey, Jamie Salter as well. Readying up then for the latest reset scrum. It's been a bit of a while actually since since that first attempt. In it goes then by Jack Alton. And the penalty has gone Plymouth Albion's way, and an urgency to get on with it as they look to recoup some of those lost points in the opening half.
Once again, Rob, the start-stop nature, like you said, it took maybe 5 minutes there between the two scrums, the reset, and that's going to put a dampener on any momentum Albion can put together, and that's what's been happening all game. Every time they get that momentum, there's a lull and it stops, and they're not able to carry that momentum on into scoring positions. So hopefully they'll be able to get this game a bit more flowing, a bit more free-paced, and get themselves over that try line a couple of times.
Woodman off the floor. Up it goes by James Robbins. Morgan Stone's underneath it for his first involvement this afternoon. He'll chase his kick. It will come back here to Curtis. Back it comes to Bradley. And the left-footed kick up, which Raumakita's underneath. And he brings it forward. And now here's Jack Alton. Up it goes from him. Brady on the end of it for Sale. His kick up. Tom Putt is there to receive it for Albion. And back it comes the other way. And it stayed in. The bounce kept it there. Charged down by Ratu Kadriu from Tom Curtis's kick forward. And out it goes then for a Sale ball. After that bit of kick tennis, across comes Langdon to take this line out for Sale. Onasanya with a couple of final instructions for him before we get back underway. Collected by Barron. Langdon looks to drive it forward. It's a good ball this by Sale. They've carried it all the way up to halfway now. Continuing to try and break through. Albion looking to resist it, but it's a super maul this at the minute. Out it comes. Out it comes to Curtis, on by Brady. And now Walsh looking to bring it on. Eski Douglas, Curtis, Barron. Eski Douglas again will bring it forward. It's been dropped, but there was an advantage before that for offside, and so Sale have the penalty. They were playing with free ball for a moment there. Stone Priestley Nangle was just having a little bit of bother down below us, but he's now back into the fray. And up it goes by Curtis. It's been a strong start to the half for Sale, really, Jack.
Yeah, again, defended well, just like they did in the first half, to make sure that any early pressure from Albion was weathered, and now they've got themselves inside Albion's 22. And if they can get into a maul from this line out, there was anything like that maul on the halfway line, we could be looking at another Sale try here. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But another moment of fear in the eyes of a Sale player there as Set around Makita came hunting him down, which is always good to see.
Langdon again then with this attacking line out for Sale. Collected by Priestley Nangle. Brought out by Woodman. And Alton tried to get there, but the whistle had already gone. And the decision going Sale's way once more. And Curtis preparing to take this one into the corner once again. Tom Curtis with 24 points in 4 games in the Premiership Rugby Cup for the Sale Sharks earlier in the season. He won 2 and lost 2 with them early doors. Now on to 46 points for the campaign for Sale at fly half, and a good maul here could see Sale in business again. Langdon at the back of the maul. Hirsky Douglas joins it from the centre. Langdon brings it away, and Tom Cowan-Dickey, who's just come onto the field, looks to repel him, and Bradley. And on by Woodman, looking to bring it over the line for Sale. Albion defending it for now. Hughes looking to take it over the line, and eventually the penalty going Sale's way. More pressure for an offside. Alton querying the decision, but Sale with another opportunity, I think, potentially to just tap and go here and have another go at the Plymouth Albion try line. Indeed they do. Brought forward again up towards the line. And more support as Sale look to drive and look for their 3rd try of the afternoon. Woodman looking to bring it over. Riley helps him on. And Albion, I think, have come over. Have they not? No. Sale still with it. And Bradley and Curtis with a great step. And over it goes to Walsh, who scores. Tom Walsh with the 3rd try of the afternoon for Sale. And the man who has started every game that he's played so far this season has gotten himself on the score sheet for Sale this afternoon. Really, Jack, Sale rewarded for a dominant start to this second period.
Yeah, as we said earlier, they defended really well, repelled any early chances for Albion to get themselves back into the game, and they looked like they were going to go over the line there, but they stayed patient. They didn't try and rush it, didn't force anything, found a gap out wide, played it out there with a good pass, and obviously dived over the line, got the try. They've got the chance for the extra 2 points now, which would take them to 21-3 ahead in this game. And I don't know about you, Rob, but as the Spanish tunes are going and there's a man having a little dance, I don't know how Albion are going to get back into this one, Rob.
Curtis from a little bit of an angle. Has he learned from Jack Sanderson? He has. So that's standing kick by Tom Curtis. 21 points to 3. The 4th try of the season for Tom Walsh. Consolidated with the conversion. And 21 points to 3 for Sale as a result. First blood in the second half for Sale. Albion, you'd have to say, second best so far in this second half. Good run this by Priestley Nangle. Clemson onto it. Hodges helps him. Almost got tangled with Jake Bond, but they sorted it out. Bond comes back to Cowan Dickey, who looks to drive through. Stone, Alton, Hill. Hirsky Douglas with the tackle. Brad Howe and Morgan Stone are in there. Alton with Jesse Lowe helping him out. And a tackle by Josh Brown, who's come onto the field for Sale. Stone, Clemson's done well at the second attempt. Morgan Stone once more. Jack Alton taking on his opposite number, Matt Bradley. And Pat Walton with Jensen Borton pushing him on, the replacement. Ricadzi looks to drive forward. It's come backwards to Cowan Dickey. Hill to Howe. The tackle partly by Brown. It's broken loose, and it has come for Richard Stout. Mark Dixon, Hughes, Bradley, Barron looks to bring it forward. He's away from Howe. Bradley comes back to Curtis. Flat ball to Cal Ford, and Sale coming forward once more. And Woodman helped out by Walsh. Back now to Ford. Really good work from Sale. James Robbins involved, and it's come back to Brady and Hodges with the tackle. Kicked up by Walsh, and was he blocked by Cowan Dickey? Well, eventually the ball has gone forward by Sale.
Number 1, Tumi Olasanya, and number 2, Nathan Langdon, replaced by number 17, Ben Carlisle, and number 16, Josh Brown.
Jack Alton just having a bit of a discussion with the referee.
Field now as well. Number 3, Cal Ford, replaced by number 18,
A slight break in play then, as Albion look to regroup and look to respond to the points conceded at the start of this second half. No entries yet in this second period from Albion into the Sale 22, which is obviously something that they're going to look to improve upon and change as this second half bears on. 21 points to 3 to Sale. If you're just joining us, a try from Tom Welsh in this second half, the third try of the afternoon, his fourth of the season. Torrin Clark has made his way onto the pitch for Plymouth Albion. It's the first time this season he's made an appearance off the substitute pool. We're set then for the latest scrum this afternoon. It's going to be a Plymouth Albion put-in after a Sale put-in after the Albion knock-on. In we go, another chance for Sale to come at Plymouth Albion, another chance to try and break into that Albion 22. Albion 3 points better off coming into today than they were at this stage last season. 4 positions higher. They've won 1 less and won 2 more. Lost 1 less. Hodges with the tackle on Bradley. Curtis, lovely little kick back to Tom Brady. Blocked by Ratu Kadriu, who's taken that full in the face. Brady for Sale, tackled by Bond. Bradley comes out to Barron. Curtis, Ratu Kadriu just recovering from that. Across it goes, and Stone won't keep it in. Really good kick across field. And a lovely bit of footwork there by Tom Curtis, Jack, to play that one back to Brady.
Yeah, it was. Thought we were watching a footy game just for a second there, but we are still at the rugby for anyone wondering. Good bit of footwork, got an attack started, and a good kick-off into the Albion 22 for an Albion line-out now. And I'm just a bit disappointed, Rob, that Tom Brady hasn't played any forward passes yet, because that would be a commentator's dream, really, that would, wouldn't it?
33 years of age today, Tom Brady. It's his birthday.
The Tom Brady playing, or the American football Tom Brady?
Tom Brady playing.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm not actually too sure if it's Tom Brady. It would be incredible if it was also the other Tom Brady's birthday
It would be,
as well.
wouldn't it?
But it certainly is the Sale fullback Tom Brady's birthday. 33 years of age. Had an incredible professional career. Did Tom Brady, featuring for the Sharks and Leicester Tigers as well. Had a spell in France too with Carcassonne. 6 appearances there before making his way into part-time rugby with Sale. Scored versus Albion earlier on in the season in that defeat at the Brickfields. It's his 14th appearance of this campaign. He's scored against the Leicester Lions and the Taunton Titans. His 5th season here with Sale, having, as I say, played for 3 professional clubs up until 2018, as it's brought down by Clemson for the line out, which isn't straight. And that decision has gone Sale's way, and it's more issues at the line-out, Jack, costing Albion there.
Yeah, we're halfway into this second half now, and I still don't think we've seen Albion progress even really past the halfway line in the second half yet. As you say, another problem at the line-out that's given Sale the chance to attack again, and it just, when does it end, Rob? It just doesn't seem like it's going to end at this point. It's definitely something that needs working on, and we'll see what happens from this scrum now from Sale that Albion have unforced errored themselves into, really.
Young Welshman Ocean Roberts has come on for Sale. It's his 2nd appearance of the season, 1st season in senior rugby for him. He's signed with the Sale Sharks Academy coming into the 2023-24 campaign, and here with Sale FC now onto the field for appearance number 2 of the campaign. Penalty then for Sale. Curtis will take them into the 22 once more in what has been a really dominant second half display so far for the Manchester outfit. About halfway through this second period at the moment. Of course, time has been switched off a couple of times, so just under 20 minutes played in terms of time on rugby. Collected then by Gray off the line out. And then in goes Brown for Sale, looking to drive at the Plymouth Albion line. Really good drive this by Sale. And are they going to get over the line for try number 4 this afternoon? Yes, they are. And it looks like Brown's strike. And Josh Brown for Sale coming away with it into the back of the maul and scoring the 4th try of the afternoon for Sale today in an absolutely fantastic second half performance from them so far. And Jack, you'd have to say it is looking very difficult for Albion to come back into it now.
Yeah, I think that's, even though there is 20 minutes to go, I think that's it now, really. A very central kick here to add the extra 2 points to go 28-3 up. And I can't see any way for Albion back now, but that maul drive there sort of, it's what you're used to seeing from an Albion side that just hasn't happened today at all. And now Albion, if they were to get back into it, I think it would be one of the greatest comebacks you're likely to see in a game of rugby, but I personally can't see it happening, unfortunately, for Albion today.
Well, there's also Josh Brown's 4th try of the season so far, converted by Tom Curtis. Successful in all but one of his kicks so far today, making it 28-3 to Sale this afternoon. A really strong performance from Sale, and Albion at the minute looking to be heading in towards their 3rd consecutive defeat. It's actually been nearly 2 years since Albion last lost 3 on the bounce. Have to go back to the 21-22 season for that. Really good tackle by Roberts on low. And the decision going Sale's way as well. Just haven't been able to create that forward momentum so far, Plymouth Albion, in the second period. Sale attacking well, defending well, and winning another penalty to take them out of their half and up towards the Plymouth Albion territory. Jake Bond just getting some treatment down below us.
Yeah, it's just not happened for Albion today, Rob, which has been a bit of a problem for the last few weeks. I think, again, the stop-start nature of the game hasn't helped. But it's just not really been good enough, has it? If you look at it from an unbiased point of view, it's just not been good enough. And Sale have been, although still about 18, 90 minutes ago, I think it's fair to say deserved winners today.
Josh Brown joining Tom Walsh, Connor Doherty and Sean Street on 4 tries for the season. Mark Dixon still clear of them on 5. Torrin Clark didn't seem to agree with where that ball crossed the line for a Sale line out. Dan Pullinger's back on the field. Meanwhile, with Ramaz Rukadzi making way, Tom Putt is also back into the fray this afternoon. Jack Alton is going to make his way into, Jack Alton staying on the field. Tom Putt back on. Cowan Dickey for Albion. It's been well stolen, that. Alton, Pullinger, Hill. It's bounced and it's on by Morgan Stone. And it just isn't quite falling at the moment, is it, for Plymouth Albion? A forward pass there, a knock on, I should say, by Stone. It just wouldn't quite bounce for him. And Sale with the decision again. Albion
trying to do all the right things, but it's just not coming together for them. Everything seems to be going the wrong way, and balls bouncing, unfortunately, when we don't want them to, and that's been the story of this game and maybe the last few weeks for Albion.
Morgan Stone was one of 4 players to play midweek against a Navy side. Jake Bond, Sonny Harini and Connor Eastgate were all in there as well. Eastgate, of course, who was forced off early in the second half through injury. The Sale put in then off the back of the knock-on. There's also a Sale penalty. They've been terrific at scrum time this afternoon, have Sale. And they've really earned what is looking like a victory for them at the moment.
Everything that could have gone wrong for Albion today seems to have gone wrong, Rob.
At least it went pretty well for you earlier, getting the ball through the sticks.
Oh, mate, I'm still buzzing about that.
I won't stop hearing about that for weeks.
I'm worried Lammy's not going to be in the mood to give me the 20 quid he owes me, but let's just put it out on live now. I am owed 20 quid for kicking the ball over the post, just saying.
I'm still not sure if Aaron Jarvis is also owed 10
No,
of
he's
those
not. No, he's not.
for
No, he's not.
putting
No,
the ball
he's
on
not.
the tee for you, but
he did
that's
nothing.
a discussion that will be had later on, I'm sure. Probably not today either when I say later on. Anyway, back it comes to Tom Curtis. Here's Bradley. Tackled by Clemson, getting in there. Brought forward by Gray. Let's come back here to Barron. He was helped forward there by Stout. And Woodman looking to drive forward. He's been superb in the back row today, Woodman. Bradley coming over to Brady. I think, Jack, might have just played that forward pass for Sale this afternoon. Referees are just deciding whether that was a forward pass or offside in there. Actually, it has gone for a Sale penalty for an offside before any of that happened anyway. So Sale then with the decision, and Tom Curtis, what is he going to decide on here? He's going to go for the 3 points to take Sale potentially above 30 for the afternoon.
I think this will see the game off now. Any chances of an Albion comeback if this goes over the posts. Take it to 31-3 with just about 15 minutes left to go, Rob. So I think this could be the nail in the coffin for Plymouth Albion this afternoon, unfortunately.
Well, Sale are looking to equal their longest winning streak of the season so far. They managed that at the end of November and the start of December when they beat Roslyn, Taunton and Bishop Stortford all in a row. It's good from Tom Curtis, another 3 points, and that is 31 points to 3 to Sale this afternoon.
Tom Curtis makes the current score Sale 31, Plymouth 3.
And while Sale looks set for their third win on the bounce, it's looking like a third defeat on the bounce for Plymouth Albion this afternoon as Tom Putt takes the ball into the Sale half from the kickoff. Collected by Riley. Bradley. And Brown brings it forward. And the decision going Plymouth Albion's way this time. Ben Carlisle has come onto the pitch for Sale. His 11th appearance of the season so far. It's only his third time on the bench. 26 Hull Ionians appearances before joining Sale. Joined them in 2021. He's played for the Doncaster Knights, Sale Sharks as well. Looking for his first try of the season so far. And Albion then into Sale territory for really, the Sale 22 for really the first time in this second period. Can they do anything with it? Collected by Angus Hodges, and the drive now from Plymouth Albion as they look to creep up towards the Sale try line. Still after that first try of the afternoon for themselves at Plymouth Albion. The drive from Jake Bond. Really, really good defending by Sale to push Plymouth Albion back. On once again towards the try line. And Jack Alton running across, looking to run through. Helped out by Putt and Howe. And the whistle has gone, and it is a penalty then for Plymouth Albion. Are they going to look to go into the corner, or are they going to look to tap and go? It will be a tap and go from Albion. Forward then comes Gabe Mead. Let's come back here to Cowan Dickey, looking to get over the line.
It's gone loose. Knocked
and
on.
It's been knocked forward. And so Albion's latest efforts at getting over the Sale try line are thwarted by some excellent defending.
I think that sort of sums up Albion's afternoon, Rob. Getting themselves in the positions to give themselves a chance, and then couldn't really see from here if it was an unforced error or maybe a good tackle, but a knock on from, I think it was Cowan Dickey, was it, on the line?
Yeah, I think so.
And that chance has gone a begging, and it remains 31-3 to Sale with probably around just 10 minutes to go here in this one up here in Manchester.
Well, it would be the third scoreless half of the season for Plymouth Albion so far. Down has gone Dan Pullinger momentarily, back on his feet. Borton. It's a good tackle on him by Carlisle. Now Clemson. Putt. It's gone beyond Torrin Clark, and we will come back here though for a Plymouth Albion penalty. Putt once again with the urgency, looking to bring this deep into Sale territory. Into the 22 we go. An Albion ball then. Albion line out, looking to get their first try of the afternoon. In what has been a really tough day at the office for Albion once again away from home. And defeat today will mean a month without a win for Plymouth Albion by the time they next take to the field next weekend against Cinderford. The last win coming on the 13th of January. Sale stealing it with Brown coming forward, and the decision going Sale's way. And once again, just a really tough afternoon, and like you said earlier, sort of summed up by that sort of thing, losing the line out and then conceding the penalty.
Yeah, it's just mistake after mistake, unfortunate errors, and you let a team like Sale have opportunities through the errors that you've made. They're going to punish you, and that's what we've seen here today. Albion have been punished by Sale. They've made too many mistakes, given away a few too many penalties, and Sale have made the most of that.
The second scoreless half this season for Albion, I should say. So third earlier. Dixon for Sale, and Brady looking to help it on. It's come back here to set around Makita. He'll look to bring it the other way, and good tackle by Brown. In goes Mead to help out. It's come back to Jack Holton and Clemson. Tackle initially by Langdon. It's come back to Jack Holton and Brad Howe and Morgan Stone. It's going to be an Albion penalty and a yellow card as well for Aaron Hughes.
Yellow card shown to cell number 8, Andy Hughes. Raffle tickets slightly delayed. Good job, we've got a young friend here who's reminding me.
Andy Hughes then off for 10 minutes.
Is ticket number 4229.
Which will probably see him out for the remainder of the afternoon. But 31 points to 3 for Sale, so immaterial really, that yellow card at this point, you would imagine, for them.
Third prize, 4386.
Albion line out just inside Plymouth Albion territory. Cowan Dickey with it. It's gone beyond Clemson. It's been collected by Gray. Bradley. Langdon. Putt with the tackle. Howe in there with another one. Bradley. Barron. In went Carlisle to help out. And in as well has gone Stout. And Curtis. And back it comes once again to Bradley. Carlisle. Pullinger helps to bring him down. Bradley. Up by Curtis once again. There's one for Raul Makita to chase. Really good kick that by Tom Curtis. Lots of distance on it. Raul Makita steps in. Good tackle by Walsh. And now Jesse Lowe. Walsh again with the tackle. All over it on that side for Sale. Mead. Putt. And it has eventually broke. It was a loose ball momentarily, but Albion have done well to keep it. Tom Putt. And Morgan Stone. Brady with a really good tackle. Set around Makita. Just about comes away with it. Referee telling Albion to play it. Borton. Good tackle on him by Stout. Bringing it forward is Gabe Mead. It's broken loose again. Clark and Woodman. And it will come out here to Bradley. Stout. Pullinger and Cowan Dickey looking to bring him down. Curtis. Brady in support. Borton with the tackle. Bradley. Dixon. has Hirsky Douglas there for company. Brad Howe looking to bring him down. And Bradley to Carlisle and Curtis. And it comes now from Barron. And the penalty has eventually gone Plymouth Albion's way. Quickly taken by Alton, and here comes Jesse Lowe looking to break. He's away from Hirsky Douglas, and he's found Morgan Stone, and Stone looking to get away, and he's found Peter Ratukadriou, and it's a really good tackle, and it's away from Angus Hodges, and Sale have done so well to defend it. It looked almost like a certain Plymouth Albion try, but more resolute, fantastic defending from Sale Jack has kept Albion out once again.
Yeah, I have no clue how that's not a try there, to be honest with you, Rob. The defender did brilliantly to track back, get hold of Pitter, and then you thought it was going to land safely in the hands of Angus Hodges, who's made some incredible high catches today. And just like every other time they've had a chance to score today, it's slipped away at the last second, and I believe it will now be a Sale line out with 2 or 3 minutes left to go in this one, Rob. And I think that's that's obviously the game done and dusted, but that's the tale of the story there for you today.
Would have been Ratukadriou's 5th try of the season had he been able to go over. His last try came in December, just before the break against the Taunton Titans. He did score as well against Sale earlier on in the season, and just when it looked as though he was about to be away once again, it was more excellent defending to keep him, and then Angus Hodges out as well. And I think it was knocked on by Angus Hodges in the end, so Sale will have the scrum.
At least from where I'm stood, Rob, with the beam in the way, the scoreboard says 3-3, so there's always a silver lining.
That's immense positivity, which we always love. Torrin Clark has moved into number 8 momentarily, by the looks of it. And the put in then for Bradley once again. Out it comes to the back of the scrum. Roberts is there, ready to receive it. Offside again, and another Sale ball to bring themselves out of the 22. The ball given back to Tom Curtis, who's been superb today in terms of point scoring. Converted all 4 tries for Sale this afternoon. Scored a penalty as well. He's only missed 1 penalty today. Almost at 100% success rate for him.
Go against Sale!
Langdon then back at hooker with this line out for Sale this afternoon towards the end of the game. Stolen by Hodges, comes back to Alton. It's bounced back to Gabe Mead. Hill and Stone brings it forward now for Plymouth Albion. Cuts inside and still has it. Eventually brought down by Walsh, Alton, Howe, Putt, Hill. Lovely ball for Hodges, but it's gone forward. It was, again, so nearly a breakaway for Plymouth Albion, but it just wouldn't quite fall for Angus Hodges. It has fallen for the latest Sale scrum of the afternoon.
How many times have we seen that in the game today, Rob? Albion breaking away, looking like they're going to finally get that first try of the day on the scoreboard, and then a knock on, a forward pass. Something goes wrong, and Sale have a scrum, and they will look to see out this game now with 30 seconds left on the scoreboard over there, so probably about a minute left to go in this one.
Well, this will be Plymouth Albion's 4th loss after conceding first as well this season. Conceded the first points against Leicester last time out. And this afternoon. 17 points for Sale in the second half without reply. The 3 points for Albion coming in the first half through Tom Putt. At the very least, Jack, for Albion, it's another learning curve today for them. Certainly a strong first half, unable to really break into this second half, but more pointers to take away from the afternoon, as painful as it will be.
Yeah, 100%. Defended well at times, attacked well on a number of occasions, but just haven't had that killer edge when they needed it. They just strike me as a team that need a bit of a break, to be honest, Rob. Have a week off, recuperate, get their thoughts together, and try and sort out the problems. But there you go, full-time. Sale have won.
That is it then. Sale taking the victory this afternoon. They get a bonus point win over Plymouth Albion. A superb start to the game with Dixon going over for his 5th try of the season, converted by Curtis. All 4 tries converted by Curtis this afternoon. Tom Putt grabbed Albion's only 3 points of the game from the tee with a penalty. Another try at the end of the first half through Langdon for Sale increased their advantage before first Tom Walsh and then Josh Brown went over for their respective 4th tries of the season. Plymouth Albion came close to getting their first try of the game on the board towards the end of the game, but it is the first time this season Plymouth Albion have gone an entire game without scoring any tries, and it has finished here at Haywood Road. A dominant Sale 31, Plymouth Albion 3.